Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to anime on Monday with Revolutionary Girl Utena. That's right, we're not mixing it up this deep in. We're going ahead to episode 33. And by we, of course, I mean myself and Eric over here. What's going on, Eric?
Nothing, dude. We're back just when you thought it was safe.
Just when you thought it was safe to not have to talk about incest a lot. Wrong. I mean, I'm assuming.
As you know, my favorite topic. I've been studying. I've been reading up.
Yeah, you've spent the off time since our last record reading up on it. Well,
I've done my research. So.
Yeah, everyone do your own research, of course. That's important. But I think it's safe to say that it will continue this time. I don't think episode 33 they're going to take too left of a turn here. As far as that type of storyline goes, this is the prince who runs through the night coming in. I mean, is this? I think we talked about it a little bit because we always look ahead at the episode title. So on the last one, I think we were wondering if this is going to be the real prince coming in this time. Like, is he going to be more part of the story essentially?
I was just thinking about that. So we could go, as I see it, one of two or three ways, right? Mm-hmm. It could be like a young Jeezy, like who run this, right?
But so you're talking about not even just what the prince means, but like what the term who runs.
Like the prince who runs
got it.
through the city. That's a little flimsy, I know.
Well, you start there, then work up for the better theories.
Right. Then slightly flimsier, but it could be like, okay, we could be doing like the prince who runs through the night. That could be some kind of mistranslation. It could be like a Japanese like dream situation thing. So he's in everybody's heads, run through the dream, run through my head. That's what I'm thinking. And then otherwise, obviously, it's just going to be a prince episode.
Yeah. Well, there could be an anime like we found out with that other thing, like some 80s anime called like Runs Through the Night based on like a John Steinbeck novel or something.
Right. In which case, almost certainly someone will tell us, and thank you.
Yes, thanks in advance. No, but I'm more talking about also, like, those are all possibilities. I'm thinking, is it going to be the actual prince, though, that we see? Or, like, the prince, Utena is kind of like the prince, right? But I think we will see something about the real prince. Who knows? Before we get into this one, though, I want to dip back into the comments section a little bit. We got some good ones, as usual. I want to point out our friend Dr. Doom, always a top commenter, says that about Nanami, because it was a big, the last two episodes were really Nanami centric, but more dealing with the actual plot for the most part.
Right, the incest of it all.
Yeah. They say, though, that she's often completely correct in her judgments. Anthe is weird and scary. Utena is dense and hypocritical. Akio is a creepy pervert. And Toga is secretly plotting against her. But no one listens to her because she's, Nanami. So that was I thought that was a good point, though. Like, she's not wrong.
I can't argue with that.
Now we've got Skelequeen coming in here on this episode 32 reaction with quite a I'll have to just call it a tome of a comment.
Off the top goddamn road,
comment here. Going deep. Like, this is almost, I would say, we appreciate it, but this might be even too deep for me and you. But we're trying here. I think the genesis of the comment was based around, we're trying to figure out what different colors like symbolism is. I believe specifically we were wondering what blue. We couldn't figure out what blue is supposed to symbolize.
I literally asked what blue means. So.
Yeah. So the queen is letting us know. So, but basically, like, here's what they're saying that the colors mean. So white is abstract ideals, socially acceptable / innocent. Okay, that makes sense. Black, antithetical, going against the norms and standards. The shadow. Now, based on like kind of what they're saying black is, I would think that would be almost like, well, at least the going against the norms and standards. That seems more like Utena, but I would say Utena is not really represented as black usually. Anyway, green, misunderstanding, relationship, seeking utopia. Blue, unattainable, enchantment, enthrallment, restraint. Okay, they dig more in on each of these colors, but I'll just maybe talk about the blue one a little bit since that was our question. But I'll finish the basics here. Orange, desire, pride, faith, hope. Yellow is childhood, jealousy, friendship. interesting. I wouldn't have thought that necessarily. Red is passion, conviction, identity, power. That one does make sense to me. Pink is the red ones plus grace and femininity, which is also interesting because Utena is often shown as pink in the show, I think. Even though...
Well, in her hair.
Yeah, I guess that's mainly what I'm thinking. But I think they spin the pink roses by her, too. But anyway, purple is majestic, magnetic, mystic. I guess I've picked up on that one. And brown equals the more stable normies, they say. So, poor brown. But I'll go more into the blue one because they really went into it. They say that there's a reason the quiet, super genius characters in a lot of 90s anime have blue hair. Characters such as Mickey and Ruka are high achievers in their areas, clearly skilled and intelligent in whatever they've chosen to focus on. But even with all their efforts, they're after things they can't achieve. They're each obsessed with something, even if it's something they can't have. There's a level of restraint to how they approach situations. Maybe it is simply hesitation with Mickey. Other times it's careful planning. And they say contrasting color for this is orange. And that's that's a jury. And I guess we see that
oh yeah, jury is orange.
Jury and Mickey are kind of counterpoints of each other a little bit. But yeah, thank you, Skella Queen, for this this comment here. It's a lot of interesting information in here. If people want to jump over there and dig into some of this color symbolism. Like, not just this show, I assume a lot of other animes and shows in general probably dig in, or, probably get into this a little bit. Anyway, though, Eric, it's long past time that we figure out who runs the night. Well, the Willow Prince does, but we figure out what that means, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it.
We're going to purify ourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Let's go.
That's right. This is looking like a different opening for the same story.
This is clearly a human city, whereas the other was the idealized Garden of Eden situation, right?
Yeah.
Or Victorian garden.
And yeah, this does look like a city. I don't know what this big red light is. No, it was not. Oh. She's looking at the constellation.
Auntie is such a Gemini.
You have to tell me what that means afterwards.
Cannot be trusted.
Okay.
I don't know.
Tonight's roses. They went to a theme park or something?
Yeah.
Is that what the lights at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly a Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah. Did she go with Akia then? Is that what they're saying here?
Must be, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
How about telling us then? Fine. Classic 90s car phone.
This is so fucking goofy.
Oh yeah, your other job is being the devil. B.
Never answering any question.
No, they're actively trolling. Is he gonna ghost ride alone by himself in the car? Wait a minute, don't tell me.
It's a goddamn clip show.
Don't tell me. Oh, damn it. So is this the end of the arc, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from here on out it's the coda, the wrap up.
Let's see. 6 more episodes. That's what you always thought. King of imposters.
あのチャンピオンすごいな。グランドチャンピオンモノマネキングに挑戦できるといいな。
Well, Utena's wearing a white and red kind of, I don't know what it is, dress, pajamas, whatever there. What is that? What is that color combo then, based on what we just learned?
母親からです。いいな。
Well, it's little sailor led swimwear.
僕はそういうの羨ましいよ。親が
But like, so red, well, white was like innocent kind of, right? But red was like headstrong.
父さんも母さんもいつも僕たちの
Right.
Maybe it's a combo of both things she is kind of.
It's also possible that not literally everything participates in the color theory.
僕も小勢も反対じゃ
I
ない。
won't hear of it,
それは
Eric.
父さんの自由だよ。
Impossible.
All right. Explain the shade of red. Explain how the trees in the background are a different shade of red.
父さん
I mean, just some of those trees are just like
いきなり母親
more aggressive than others.
Right. The Ents go to war. Right.
They turn red. They're usually like, what was it? They're usually blue. They turn red. Oh, look, the tree stump right there. Ents are furious about that right now. So had Mickey, then what? Jury's up after this. Then Nanami. Was there any randoms in this run, or was it all student council?
Just the student council
まったく
and no Toga.
うるさいったらあれしない。
We have
なんで老眼なのか
Nanami in
よ
for
くわ
this
からんけど、
council
こ
stand
の
in
前
for
は
him.
茶碗ってあだ名だ
The
った。
teacup.
なんだっけ
Can't remember.
Halfway.
So these people literally are just in purgatory. That's why they're. This is just the last scene of Faust. The only way out of purgatory and into heaven is the beauty of true romance and an impossible dream.
The whole series is that you're
ちゃ
saying?
んと冷蔵庫に入れといてくれるかな。
I don't know, man.
ビニール袋
I don't even know who I am anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
彼女が大切なら自分のものにしちゃう。私はいつも
No,
自
he
分の
was
気持
seeing
ちに
his
正
sister
直
as
なだ
Andy.
け。嘘はつかないわ。自分も汚れるしかないじゃない。姫宮さん。すごい力とはなぜなのか。さあ、こずっともっとなんです。
はい。悪いね。休養だったもんだ。
Oh, they're letting him go to question 2. He didn't even answer the first one. I would assume these are the girls from like the normal Greek chorus thing. Interstitial.
I feel like it is.
奇跡の力。
僕のいない間に期待外れだったな。君じゃないか。アリスが。
After you.
だが、
Yeah, very obviously.
しおりに。
My special locket friend.
すいません。
I was just being a locker creep.
Also, you transferred to this school.
He was baiting her into the lie. Yeah, that's true, right? Didn't she transfer? Just transfer. Good point.
See, okay. Okay, right there. Why is the sea red? This literally is
was
literally
saying
is end of
The,
Evangelion.
the sea was angry at
になっちゃっ
it.
たことあったの。悲惨なんだよね。
It's not an ocean anymore, it's LCL.
What game is this again? I feel like I played this when I was
つかないっ
young.
つうの。
Checkers.
No. It has the black and white
でもシチュー系は無理だな。
circles like
あれ
that.
ってさ、でも味が違うってことはあるよね。
Is it the game that people in America call Go?
逆転だ。
Don't think so, but
Then I have no idea.
あれは
It
ね。
ain't Mahjong, it ain't backgammon,
I
it
feel
ain't Hold'em.
I feel like it has some type of Asian kind of sounding name.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's not Hold'em. It's just any type of game. All right, the shattered locket,
Oh, yeah.
shattered dreams.
That's funny. She was just beating Utena's ass and then loses the lock and it was like, I'm done. So dramatically. I love her.
Nice work by the voice actor in that scene. This guy's crying.
力をあげたいって。あの人を解放してあげたいって。
Guess they're not gonna show the Nanami part.
奇跡というのは毎日起こっているんだよ。
There's time.
みんなが
Do you know what show you're watching? I don't think so.
今日はこんなに遅くまで遊んじゃって
Played around.
お弁当の用意しなくちゃ。鮭が残ってたから鮭とそれからア
Why
ス
is she
パラ茹
talking
でて
about lunch? Is she traumatized?
いつもはほら夕飯の残りで姫宮と2人分あるし困ったな。もう思い浮かばないや。あと卵焼きと何がいいかな。サンドイッチとかわからないな。
So she's
どうしよ
her hair's like back behind her the way that Auntie's is
う。思い出せないや。
when Nanami finds
あ
her.
れも出しっぱなしだし。
Yeah, no, and she's like rambling about nothing here. I think she's like
入れて
traumatized.
冷蔵庫にあれしとくんだけど。
Is Akio even there right now? I guess he's supposed to be. Yep.
アンシーか。
ええ。
そこで何をしてい
See, they're purposely making her look
た。今
devious.
夜は綺麗な星空で見ることもないさ。
大物の星は届きましたか。
ああ、届いたよ。今夜の星は美しかったね。
あんなことになるなんてバラを届けに来ただけだったのに。
Alright. Well, it was another clip show, but it's a little more new stuff in this one, I guess, than the other ones.
Yeah, it was like, and this is just my reference point for almost everything anime. But it was like, because in like the Seinfeld clip shows or the Dragon Ball Z clip shows, you never get anything new.
Mm-hmm.
But there was that one Ava clip show where the second half was not a clip show. It was just a very long like poem from Ray's perspective that was supposed to like reveal but not reveal stuff.
Right.
This revealed some things.
Well, I guess the main thing it did there was push plot on Utena. I guess that will be it wrapped the arc of the last round of dueling over what Akio's doing essentially.
Yeah.
Now she's can't come back from this. Well, or I mean, like no going back sort of situation. Did Anthony know what
We
was going to
assume
happen?
that she in fact can come back from this, but this is certainly a point of no return for her. I mean, especially
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
metaphorically, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And this show is mostly a metaphor anyway. And they're trolling us a little bit too with the radio call. Nah, he won't answer the questions. So it seems like Anthony obviously would have known what was going to go down when they went out of town together or whatever, right? I would have to imagine. I don't get what this rose business was. Like, did you get the roses? We're delivering roses. But
yeah, it's gonna have to explain that to me later on.
by it's, do you mean the commenters?
Yeah, feel free, because we're watching the next one now. Yeah, so what the fuck? So we doubled down on Auntie not being who she is pretending to be with Utena, right?
Well, I don't know if that's still the case because I think she wants to not do what she's doing, but doesn't really know how to not have it happen.
Right, it was just a bet. She was never supposed to fall in love.
Right. Or, I mean, who knows ultimately how much control she ever had in the first place. Like, you already think she's not, you know.
I don't think she's real, yeah. I think she's a part of Akio and what he's doing. Once again, not literally a golem, but you know.
We kind of saw it with, like, Nanami walking in on them, or, like, some things, like, some brief glimpses. Those were the most we've seen, well, you know, with Utena, the most we've seen of, like, the actual effects of this assault, I guess, or whatever you would call it.
Well, she's a minor, so yes.
Yeah, in terms of, like, what he's been up to. So, I mean, what do we think? So I assume the next episode will be back to a full episode, but let's see. It's called the Rose Crest. Okay, pretty simple. How do we think she's going to be acting in this one?
Well, I mean, it's the whole seduction play, right? And it's the whole, I mean, it's a trope in and of itself. Like, he's taking her power by seducing her, right? And in this case, like, we don't judge consenting adults for what they do, but certainly in terms of the show, they're wanting to play on the fallen woman trope. Like, this is a point of no return for some part of Utena.
Yeah.
And like, maybe we're going to have some like sweet metaphor about how there's so much more life after this or whatever. But that's certainly his plan, is to take her power from her by seducing her.
Yeah, so she'll finally lose, I guess. How do we think she's gonna be acting around Anthe then? Like, is she gonna be trying to act the same, or like, is she gonna be resentful in some way? Think it was a mistake, thinking Anthe's like partially.
I don't know, but it kind of sounds in my head like she's actually thinks she's into Akio, and also that she kind of can't separate, just like I refuse to, can't separate the idea of Anthe from the fact of Akio, right?
Wait, say it again. This can't separate the.
It was like she was like laying around in her room, and talking about Himemiya. Mm-hmm. And then when she was talking about the sandwiches again, she brings her up there. So there's always, I gotta make 2 lunches. Mm-hmm. It feels to me like she can't separate Anthe from Akio, and that's, if I had to guess, true for a reason. If it's true.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
It could, yeah, I think it's good. Because, like, she never really, at least, usually seemed to be into guys anyway, other than Akio, who's seducing everyone pretty much. But, like, maybe that's part of it, too. She's really into Anthe more, but doesn't, doesn't, like, fully understand that. And is, like, projecting it.
Yeah.
Alright, interesting stuff, yeah. So, another tough one for us, but it did seem to signify the end of that arc. We should be into the final, stage of the show here, with the Rose Crest coming up next on Monday. So do look out for that one. Like we said, keep the comments coming. We love it. Stay subscribed, and we'll be back next time. We're up out of here. Peace.